Welcome to the Art of Dressing. Tonight I'm going to be talking about muscles. Right here, muscle impact on clothing fitting. But tonight, I'm going to introduce you to the best trainer in town. He's going to describe all those muscles, and then you're going to have a live athlete. Now I'm going to introduce you to the trainer. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jason Hardison, originally from Akron, Ohio, now in Houston, Texas. You could catch me at Body 20, 24-hour fitness, or just on solo training myself. I'll get my IG page whenever we're done with this.
I'm not going to bite you. You can move.
So yeah, I'm not a Hollywood person. I'm really a coach. I'm usually always in the gym coaching my athletes up. But this is the human body. It's a complicated thing, so it's training the human body. So today we're just going to give you a simplified version of it. When you want the real version, I recommend that you go to your local gym and find your local trainer. It doesn't have to be me, but just find a good one so you could get into your clothes properly and get your body developed right. Every man should have a properly developed body. Now let's start at the top. So we got the neck and the traps. They're separate, but I like to describe them together, especially when you're talking about clothes. It gives you that bulky man feeling up top. You know, it's good, you know, when you want to give an appearance of being a man, accompanied by your shoulders right here. So when you're doing your shoulders, you want your shoulders to be 3D. What that means is you get the abductions, your outer shoulders, and make sure you hit your real delts as well. Next, we're going to go to the chest. So when you're developing your chest, it's very important that you hit your lower chest, mid chest, upper chest. Don't just go in the gym and do the bench press, because then you'll have an underdeveloped chest and your clothes won't fit right in your chest area. So now this is the most important part of fitness, your core area. Because without the core area, you can't do workouts properly, your posture is going to be off, and your clothes won't fit right. So once you get your core together, then everything else kind of falls into place and you can do everything else right. So legs is the second most important part because it's the biggest part of your body. So we got the quads, we got the hamstrings. Now, the quads, obviously, quad means four. It's separated into 4 spots. We won't go into detail about that, but you got to make sure that you hit all your quads. You got to make sure we hit on all the hamstrings. Hamstrings as well. Now, your calf muscles, those are good. You don't want to walk around with the scrawny legs on the leg day. Make it look like you don't do leg day. So you definitely got to hit your calf muscles. So I'm going to give it back to the designer.
I have a question for you.
Are we ready for it?
How do you call this part here?
Oh, we got our triceps, tris and bis. Now, if your tris and bis are not developed, your shirt will hang off your arms.
And then the shoulder, that's just called shoulder blade, right?
Yeah, we got our shoulder blades. Mid trap, lower trap, upper traps. This is just a back version of it. We got our shoulders back here. This is the rear delts I was saying about when I described it over here. A lot of people, when they get in the gym, they do shoulders. They do a lot of presses. They like to do a lot of abductions, but they kind of miss the rear delts. You need to hit that rear delt motion where it's many exercises, but if you don't hit those rear delts, you'll never have your 3D shoulders.
What about the thighs?
Thighs, that's the quads I was telling you.
Oh, okay. I'm not a trainer, so I have no clue.
But I did skip one thing in that glutes. Now that accompanies with the core. You have an underdeveloped glutes. Now we're talking about bad posture because you have to overcompensate it with your hips and other parts of your body. You get kind of pelvic tilts going both ways. Your clothes will not fit properly if you got that going.
What about this part here? This part of the
so we got our forearms right here. Yeah, that's actually skipped a lot too. When you're doing biceps exercises, you can hit some. A lot of people just like pick a Sunday or a random day just to hit that.
So you got the calves, the forearms, the chest. Well, I have to go to the gym too because I see some people have how they call it. The chest is like a breast.
Oh, your muscles, the chest muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely. I mean, you have to go to the gym to hit those, of course. Yeah, but they're separated in 3 parts. So if you just hit one part, then you're gonna have they're not gonna be symmetrical.
Okay. Now I'm gonna bring a live model, so I can break it down. Also, can tell you exactly which part communicate with your mind, with your brain when you get in dress. So when I dress a gentleman, this is where I start. Right here, like the trainer just described it. Right here, those 2 muscles here, the chest, the arm, that's a forearm, right?
Yep.
The forearms, the thighs, and the calves. Now he's going to go back to get dressed. So when he wears it, I can describe it exactly how the muscle is communicating with his brain. But before he leaves, turn around. Now it's the shoulder blades. Now when he wears his suit, I call this wings. I don't know if that's a proper way to say it.
That's a perfect way to say
This part here, those 2 part here, the suit has to be fitted properly. When it's fitted properly, when you stand up, it looks absolutely fantastic. So that is what is important to me.